Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Fridays. I am taking a break from my minis and I am dipping into some of my samples. You already know it is by the thumbnail. The sample pack looks like that. Nothing too crazy, just a spray sample. A viewer of mine actually sent this to me a really long time ago. I tried it out, put it back in the bag, and then I've been making it a point to really dip into my samples more. I have them to my right and then my workstation is to my left. So every day I kind of just dip into the bag, try something out, and then wear it for the day to see how I feel about it. I pulled this one from the bag earlier this week, and then when I first sprayed it on, I was like, oh my gosh, it's actually a really good fragrance. Let me give you guys the notes and then I'll get right into it. So we've got some mandarin orange, some bergamot, pink pepper, cassia, suede, carrot seeds, labdanum, olabdanum, cedar, and Brett's. The notes that I noticed the most in this fragrance have to definitely be the suede and that cassia. So if you don't know, cassia is like a cousin to cinnamon, but it's different in the fact that it's like sweeter, it's more on the gourmand side, it's woody, resinous, kind of powdery, and it's got like this aldehydic feel. Definitely a very strong presence of that in this fragrance. And then there's just like this beautiful, smooth suede in this. I really enjoy the leather component to this. And just so you know, even though I did say that this was powdery, a little powdery, it's not too powdery. You guys know that I'm not a fan of ultra powdery fragrances. So if I had to pick some words to describe this, I would have to say that it's very fresh and clean. You know, even though it does have like woody, resinous, suede kind of feel, it's still very fresh and clean. It's just a very beautiful, classy fragrance. It is very linear, and it runs a little on the masculine side. I asked my guy what he thought about this, and he thought it was okay. I asked him if he thought it was for a guy or girl. He said it was masculine, and he said he would not pick it up because it smells like something that he already owns, and I agree. This can be a little duplicative if you do have like a resinous, powdery, spicy, clean, generic fragrance, which is most of them. He said it reminds him of his Versace Eros Flame fragrance, and it does a little bit, but it's not like the same exact fragrance, but I get where he's going with that. Like, it's in like the same family, so I wouldn't purchase this for him. This fragrance is also very like musky. It's got almost like a little bit of saltiness to it. It almost kind of reminds me of like the ocean a little bit. Overall, I would say it's like very suede, musky type of scent. I enjoy it. As far as versatility goes, I would have to say that this one is super versatile. This would make an awesome daytime fragrance that you could also wear at night. Projection and longevity on this are really good too. As far as longevity, it was like about 6 hours. So if you're gonna wear this from day to night, you gotta like touch it up. And projection, it's not like a monster powerhouse fragrance, but it's got this all day presence. Like, I knew it was there all day. I've worn it a few times and my guy really couldn't smell it unless if I got like really close. So it's got about like a foot projection, but it's always there, and I really enjoy that. I'm curious to know how the original smelled. So this was originally released back in like 2002 or 2004, and then it was discontinued and people were going crazy buying this at like astronomical prices, so they decided to re-release this in 2014. I hear that this version is like the leather's like really watered down, so I'm really curious to know what the original smelled like. I've read that it smelled like an old club chair, so I don't know. I really enjoy this one. It would make an awesome like warmer weather fragrance. I can't really see a lot of people wearing this one in the winter. I feel like the winter is more appropriate. I associate it with like those heavy, thick leather fragrances. This is more on the lighter side, fresher side. more for like spring, summer, maybe early fall. I did not see this one on a lot of like discount retailer sites. And honestly, considering its history, I wouldn't feel comfortable really buying it on like eBay. I'd probably want to go to Helmut Lang's website directly, or like maybe a site like LickieScent. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable just buying this one everywhere. So having said that, you're looking at like $165 for a 100ml bottle. You know, niche pricing, it's typical. Nothing too new over there. Is it worth it? Yes and no. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of value you place on this house and these types of fragrances. You know, my boyfriend, he did have a really good point. It does smell like some other stuff that he has. There's really nothing too crazy or fancy about this, but it is a solid, dumb reach, everyday fragrance that you will probably get a lot of wear time out of. Like I said, it is very versatile, and it's a pretty safe blind buy, you know, if you're into fresh fragrances especially. I hesitate to say that it will appeal to everybody. I see this one appealing more for guys and ladies, because it does run a little masculine. So just know that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Till next Friday, guys. Bye.